everybody, I'm Kimberly Turner from cookingwithkimberly.com, and tonight I'm going to show you how to cook Chipotle Cabernet BBQ pulled pork soup. Doesn't that sound awesome? Now, Mom's on the show too today. Here's
Hi, I'm the sous chef tonight. I'll pop in and out.
She's shredding my pulled pork that we made. We made a gorgeous Chipotle Cabernet BBQ pulled pork shoulder a couple nights ago, and we braised it to do it. So
good.
So we had liquid from the braise left, which is full of flavor. We also have leftover meat because it was a nice big pork shoulder. So we're going to use the rest of the pulled pork because we've had sandwiches for a couple of nights and we're not mad at that. We would have more. But we're going to make a soup tonight, and we're going to use this liquid up as well. So I've just added a little bit extra water. You could add beef stock, you could add chicken stock, you could add water, you could add a little bit of wine if you want to. I'm probably going to add a little bit of wine. But we're going to get some spices going, and we're going to put these veggies in. Now, we're going to beef up our soup with some veggies and make it a little more, nutritious and exciting. I'm also going to serve this alongside rice. So you can put it in your bowl or you can serve it on the side. So I'm probably going to put mine in my bowl. So I'm going to start off by putting my carrots in. This is about a cup of sliced carrots, carrot mum. Now, my braising liquid did have some carrots and some celery already in there. If you'd like to put onions and garlic in, please do that now. Not everybody in the house enjoys onion and garlic, so don't always cook with it. So tonight we're omitting it, but feel free to use it. I'm going to add about the same amount of celery. This would be great for tailgating or just any meal of the week. If you'd like to use diced up green pepper, this is a really nice place to do it as well. You're kind of mixing and matching flavors. You can go southwest, you can go veg, you can go, a number of different directions. But we're going to stay with beautiful Chipotle Cabernet kind of feel. And if you had corn, that's a nice addition as well. So I have about a cup of Napa cabbage we're going to use, and it's diced or shredded up here, finely sliced. And I'm going to put in some green beans. This is maybe, a third of a cup of green beans, just cut into maybe 1-inch segments. Now, my pulled pork is already cooked, and it's going to go in at the end of the bowl so I can make sure that everyone gets a good amount instead of having to fish it out of the bottom of the soup all the time. It's not my favorite thing to do. I have about a half of a cup or 3/4 of a cup of sliced mushrooms. And now I'm going to add some spices. I'm going to add a bay leaf, some mustard seeds, a couple peppercorns, maybe like 5 or 6. Now, the pièce de résistance kind of seasoning that we're going to be using is this gorgeous Chipotle and honey rub. This is from Napa Jacks, and you can find their full line of spice rubs online at winecountrykitchens.com. Beautiful stuff. We used the Chipotle and honey rub for the pulled pork the other night, as well as the Chipotle Cabernet barbecue sauce. Delicious. So a little bit of this is going in, maybe a tablespoon at least now, because it does have quite a lot of nice barbecue flavor already. So you can put as much or as little as you like of that. And I'm going to add a nice amount, maybe a teaspoon of the Chipotle honey rub. This doesn't just have to be a rub. You can use it as a seasoning as well. So we're going to stir that all around. And Mom is just preparing some potatoes. You can use potatoes or not, mix and match what you have at home. If you have broccoli and you want to use that, or whatever kind of vegetable you've got. She has 3, medium-sized potatoes, and they're just diced. And they're also going to go in, but I'm going to wait about 5 minutes. I'm going to let these root vegetables cook a little bit longer than the potatoes. I don't like mushy potatoes in my soup. This soup won't take long. It'll take roughly 20 minutes, wouldn't you say, Mom?
Yes.
To prepare. Because the meat's ready, you can get your rice done in that time too. So 5 minutes at least, get things going, bring it to a boil, and then turn it down to a simmer. And we'll see you 5 minutes after that. So if you have a Cabernet wine, that goes perfectly with the Chipotle Cabernet barbecue sauce. But if you, in the absence of a Cabernet, you can still use other red wines. I'm going to use a gorgeous Rancourt Winery 2012 Malbec. Make sure you check out my review on this. Very, very tasty. Okay, so in goes maybe 1/4 of a cup. That's just going to fortify this soup and make it just rich and tasty. What could be tastier than a pulled pork soup? I am not really sure. Okay, we're beefing up the soup a little bit more. I'm going to put some extra cabbage in, just because that's what I feel like. My soup has come up to a boil, so I'm going to turn it down to a simmer. And I'm gonna add a little bit of salt, a little bit extra salt. Make sure you add salt to your taste. Okay, so our soup's been going for about 7 or 10 minutes. You know, I walked away for a minute, and so what? No big deal. So I'm gonna put my potatoes in. My rice is already started. It'll be done by the time this is done. You're just looking for your hard vegetables like the carrot and the potatoes to be knife tender. So stir that through. We'll see you in about 15-ish minutes, 20 minutes maybe. Well, I am going to add a little bit of corn. You can use frozen or you can use fresh and just zip it off the cob. But I'm putting in, I don't know, maybe 1.25 cups. And that doesn't take too long to heat up. So we're at our home stretch right now, and you want to do a taste test to make sure that the broth is tasty. You ready, Mom?
Mm-hmm.
You want to taste too?
Yes.
Okay, well, here you go. That corn is going to sweeten it up nicely. Hot. That is so tasty.
It's so flavorful.
It's
so delicious.
A little bit spicy, yeah, but it's going to be nice with the potatoes in there and on rice. And it's a little bit sweet from the corn. It's really savory from that gorgeous spice rub that we used.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Okay, our taste test went well. Our potatoes and our vegetables are knife tender. And so I'm just going to show you how we're going to serve it up. Mom made her bowl, but I'm going to make a bowl and show you. I just have some rice in the bottom of my bowl.
Looks so beautiful, that soup.
Get all these nice veggies. Oh, that's a hearty soup. Look at that. Beautiful. You could have even added tomatoes if you really wanted to. Would have been lovely. So I'm going to add some of our warm shredded pulled pork. Look at this. Oh, it's like pork floss, like candy floss, but pork style. Look at that. That looks so awesome. It's gorgeous. And I'm going to put some sour cream because what's tailgating without sour cream? Right. So sour cream, big plunk in the middle. Nice. I'm also going to just drizzle it with a little bit more of this awesome Chipotle Cabernet BBQ sauce. It sure does. And if you want to, you can just sprinkle it with a little bit more of this beautiful rub. And that's a lovely, hearty, beautiful soup. Fantastic dinner. I would even go so far as to serve this with tortilla chips on the side. That would be really nice too. So there you go. That's what we've got going on here. It is fantastic. Can't wait to try it. So let's move this out the way a little bit, Mom. And we can both eat.
Yes.
And don't forget to serve it with a little bit of lime, a wedge of lime. What a nice lime this is. Wow.
It's juicy. Maybe sometimes you only get a few drops.
I agree. And you know what? The whole kitchen smells like so good. Yum. Now you could serve this with some extra hot sauce. You could garnish this with cilantro, would be beautiful. Garnish with parsley, whatever. Here we go. Oh boy, get a little bit of that pork, some of the sour cream and the extra barbecue sauce.
That is so good.
Oh, that sour cream really does a number with this. And the corn, beautiful. It brings out the barbecue sauce brings out the nice spice and all the savory flavors, and the sour cream kind of tames those spices down, you know? All at the same time.
This is so delicious.
Very good. Oh, what a nice dinner.
That is glorious.
You like that? You almost need to eat this with a fork. Right?
It's a really cold winter day here today.
Sure is.
This just hits the spot.
Meaty, barbecuey in a soup. Oh.
And the vegetables have soaked up the flavor from that pork. Oh, great.
So either you can purchase your own pulled pork if you want to, or you can make it with that simple recipe that we did. Make sure you check that out because that's the foundation and the basis of this whole entire soup. Absolutely fantastic.
Yes, we had those lovely pulled pork sandwiches yesterday, and today we used our braising liquid and introduced a bunch of more vegetables.
Fresh ingredients.
Yeah,
Yep.
fresh ingredients.
Mm-hmm.
And shredded that pulled pork. Oh, we shredded it really, really fine. So it was almost like candy floss on top. So delicious. With a little bit of rice to soak up the flavor from the soup. Oh boy.
This is a
that
man.
was good.
This is a man-sized stew. This is something that men will like. Make sure you have extra barbecue sauce on hand because it's so unbelievably tasty. If you've never thought of putting barbecue sauce in your soup, this is the recipe to do it with. I'm telling you what.
It is so good.
Mm. Mm. And we used a couple ingredients that aren't so traditionally Southwestern because that's what we have on hand. And that's what you use is what you have on hand and what you can find nice and fresh. You don't want to suffer with something that's a subpar looking piece of produce just because that's what you need in that recipe.
Right.
Go ahead and buy what's fresh and what's beautiful and what's, available to you, what's in season even. And you're going to be so happy with the results.
Right. You could have used kidney beans.
Absolutely.
But we had a bunch of green beans, and boy, they are so good in this soup.
Yep. Fantastic. Mm. Please check out Wine Country Kitchens online. You're going to love it. WineCountryKitchens.com for this barbecue sauce. Their full line of barbecue sauces are phenomenal. They've got low and sweet and smoky. They've got fantastic flavors. And these gorgeous rubs, they double up not just as spice rubs, but as seasonings and to finishing stuff. Really nice stuff, okay? They've got, 5 or 6 of these guys, and I think 5 of these. Beautiful. You're going to be happy with any one of them.
Oh, they're all so delicious. We've tried them all and just enjoyed them so much. We don't know which one you make best.
I know, and I'm so sad they're dwindling because these guys really kick up your recipes. Something else, like not your typical barbecue sauce. They're sweet, they're tangy, they're savory, they're just balanced perfectly. Gorgeous stuff. I love it. We're gonna go eat and serve everybody else too.
I need another bowl.
Absolutely.
That's unusual for me to have 2 bowls.
Absolutely. So even if your team loses this weekend, this is a winning recipe and you're gonna love it. Everybody will. Okay?
Absolutely.
I love it. Anyhow, make sure you check out Mom's website at ingridturnertoday.com. Follow me on Twitter at cookingwithkime with a capital E. Like the fan page at facebook.com/cookingwithkimberly. My shows are on ifood.tv/cookingwithkimberly, youtube.com/cookingwithkimberly, and you can find me syndicated on Roku. Come to my website at cookingwithkimberly.com and subscribe, interact with us, and let us know what's going down in your culinary world, all right? Be a champion in your kitchen and eat deliciously. Bye.
Bye-bye.